Hello everyone and welcome back if you're returning. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hello and welcome, and I really hope you do come back. So for those of you that have never seen one of my messages before, I'm a seer. I tap into past, present and future energy. I'm a psychic medium and a healer, and I'm an open channel for the divine. And right now on this channel you will find spiritual guidance, twin flame guidance, because I'm a twin flame myself, or a twin soul, whatever you want to say. So if you found this channel for any reason, just trust that you've been brought here. There could be answers here for you. Your guides, my guides, have brought us together for a very important reason. So thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to subscribe, to comment, to like my videos, to book my services, to join my monthly Zoom groups. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you, and thank you to everyone who's subscribed in the last few days. I'm really grateful to have you. I'm really hoping you enjoy this channel and trust as well. The one thing I had someone put in comments I think it was last week, they said they'd stopped watching tarot readings, and then I showed up in their feed one day and they said they felt aligned with my messages. So trust that when you're in a high vibrational energy, when you're in the 5D energy, or you're moving towards that, you'll find this channel as well. That's a very good point to say. People who find this channel generally are very high vibrational. I do not channel karmic energies here. I do not channel doom and gloom and all these kind of things. So if you found this channel, then there's a very good reason it's a channel for you, because you're in the right vibration to connect with these messages. So, sorry, my washing machine just stopped. Very strangely, I'm starting out with a card in this little holder tonight, okay? Now, I don't usually start out with a card as an overall energy, but I was keeping showing this card, and then I was going through all my Rebecca Campbell decks to try and find this card, and eventually I found it. So this is overall energy, sensuality. Now, this card's all about getting in touch with yourself, allowing that sensual energy. It's all about the senses, you know, invoking your sense of smell, your sense of touch, your sense of taste. Just nothing brings you into the present moment more than like when you smell coffee, or when you smell something you really love, like the smell of lavender or the smell of oranges. That invokes your sense of smell, and it also brings you in the present moment. But also getting in touch with your body, connecting with your body. That's a very, very good way to ground you and connect you with the divine all at the same time. So anyone who, you know, finds time to enjoy connecting with your body and finding time for yourself in that way, it's very important. It's a good way to ground yourself too. But I do feel there's a lot of sensuality coming through for the Twin Flame Collective right now. This beautiful sensual energy. The masculines are awakened. They're trying not to come in too full on with the passion, but they're trying to be sensual in the way they think about their feminines now, because you're exuding this beautiful, sensual, sexual energy to them. You're enticing them in. So now, and I'm using the other Rebecca Campbell deck because, and I will pull another, I'm going to pull a card from Rebecca Campbell's oracle at the end as well. I'm looking at a couple of decks here because I've been kind of recording and doing a lot of, I only work a couple of days a week with personal clients, so this is going to be a shorter message. But thank you all for the love after and last night's message, and you know, it was so strange. And I'm going to try not to get emotional. During last night's message, I mean, I always see spirit. I've always seen orbs and angels and things since I was a tiny child. And I obviously hear spirit and I feel spirit very strongly. But I kept on saying last night, there's someone right here, there's someone right here. Now, I don't normally do that. And last night I kept on saying I felt motherly energy. Now, my own beautiful mother's in spirit, so she's around me a lot. But last night I kept on feeling, it was almost like the left hand side of me was like somebody had opened a fridge door here, and this part of my body was in a fridge door. And I kept on feeling like a hand gently tapping my shoulder. And then when I was doing my Yeshua message, I felt a lot of taps to my head. And I knew it was someone next to me here, and I could see like robes, like pale grey robes. Now, whenever I work with Yeshua, he does wear kind of like ceremonial cream coloured robes, but I knew it wasn't him. I knew it was a feminine energy. So anyway, once I'd finished recording last night, I was feeling quite emotional after the Yeshua message. And I just kind of sat for a moment and connected and said, who am I? Who's here? Who's connecting with me? and she said, Anne, Mother Mary's mother, or Anna, some people call her Anna, but she said Anne to me. And I immediately started crying because I had felt that motherly presence all through my readings last night. I did 2 back to back, and I felt she was here, very supportive, had a hand on my shoulder, and I just felt so much motherly love coming through. I'm trying not to get emotional, and so it's the first time I'd fully, I mean, I've had her around me before, but I felt her so present with me last night. And then obviously when Yeshua came through as well, it was just such a beautiful experience for me last night. And I only allow certain beings to channel through my vessel. What I mean is, there's a difference between channeling message, like hearing, like your clairaudience and your clairvoyancy, and seeing and hearing things and bringing that message through, which is I do most readings. But I only let a certain amount of actual beings use my vessel to connect with you. And last night I allowed Yeshua to use my vessel to connect with you, and I allow Mother Mary to use my vessel to connect with people, and I allow also Athena uses my vessel to connect with people, and so does a few of the archangels, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. They will use my vessel on occasions, and you'll know it because I get a V here. A V appears here when I'm actually allowing another being to use my vessel to connect with you, to speak through me. So it was so strange because while I was allowing Yeshua to use my vessel to speak to you all, I felt her hand even more like on my shoulder, and it was just such a really strange moment. It was just very, very bizarre, but in a beautiful way. I just thought I'd share that with you all because it was so nice. And I know there's a card in this deck, so we'll see if it comes out for so let's get into this message. Let's see what the Twin Flame Collective needs to know right now. I just feel balance, like something being smoothed out. Calm waters, excuse me. Anyone who's just new to my channel, I do burp a lot. That's how I alchemize the energy. But I just feel something calm and smooth. You know, like when someone's building a wall and they have to smooth out each layer of the wall before they put the next one on. I just feel things are calm and smooth, but there has been a lot of intense energies, and I think the central card could be coming through for that as well, because I mean I'm going to do a shamanic healing session over my other channel, Cosmic Coalesce, very soon, and it's going to be helping you to release the stuck energy. Like literally it's going to be like pulling it from the tip of your head right down out into the earth. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do removing all the stuck energy from your body, and the ancestors will be helping me with that. So I'm going to go and hopefully record that tonight or tomorrow night. So let's get into this. So I set the intention with this message to bring through the highest vibration of unconditional love and healing and blessings to all those who connect with this message. I send through the highest vibration of unconditional love and healing, channeled straight through the cosmic heart of Venus. And so it is. Calling in heavenly ancestors, spirit guides, the archangels of love and light, and the ascended masters of the highest pure divine light. I call you in now for your love, your guidance, your blessings and protection throughout as I bring forward a message for the Twin Flame Collective. Thank you. Archangel Michael, can you please surround my children, my dog, my home and myself in a golden bubble of God's protection at all times as I bring forward this message for the Twin Flame Collective. And can also request, Archangel Michael, that whoever watches this message online, you surround them, their loved ones, their home and their pets in a golden bubble of God's protection also. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Oh, speaking of ancestors, some of the ancestors come in there like really, really close. So interesting. I'm going to tap into that in a moment. Archangel Metatron, can you please stabilise the connection between myself and spirit, ensuring only clear and concise messages can come through for the Twin Flame Collective's highest and greatest good at all times. Thank you, Archangel Metatron, sending love, light and gratitude. And so it is. So let's clear the energy. I was actually going to use my rose singing bowl tonight to clear the energy because it just felt like appropriate. I'm in pink as well. So let's see. Okay. What do you want to come through? We'll check in the love as well. So what wants to come through here for the twin flame collective, and this sensual energy is definitely important. So some of you could be feeling, I know I certainly was today. I went out to the supermarket and I was feeling a wee bit, I wouldn't say horny, but I was definitely feeling something very sensual flowing through me. It was very strange. I was like, I just need to go home. I'm walking into the supermarket. This is not appropriate. This is bad timing. So let's see. So maybe you guys are feeling that as well. The Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Now, a lot of you are already connecting with different councils of light right now. You could be dealing with the Arcturian Council of Light, the Palladian Council of Light, the Venusian Councils of Light. They're surrounding us right now. There's so much energetically going on around Earth, on the outside of the Earth, and inside the core of Gaia. There is plasma rays, so many things. The ley lines, honestly, the ley lines, I mean, I am going to be travelling very soon. I've just got my new passport through. The ley lines are so important right now. I saw in my meditation the other day, like I saw the world and I saw little white lines like crisscross all over it, crisscross everywhere. And it was almost like somebody had taken like a white marker and was just joining, you know, like when you had a dot to dot and you weren't sure what to do, you just joined all the things together. I remember being really young and trying to figure out and just like drawing lines everywhere. That's what it looked like. It just looked like a web of white lines all around the earth, and it was the ley lines. And they are being activated really heavily right now. There's so much activations going on in the core of Gaia, but around Gaia and the outside of Gaia as well. Universally, there's a lot going on. So you definitely could be connecting to the Council of Light. And there's a song with this message too, which I forgot to bring through at the start. Now, it took me ages to find this song because I thought it was Barry White. And I kept on hearing Because There's True Love Between Us, Girl. Because there's true love between us, girl. Now, I didn't know what song that was, but I thought it was a Barry White song, and I listened to all Barry White songs today, and I was like, there's not one single mention of There's True Love Between Us, Girl. Finally found out what the song was called. Hang on in there, baby. Hang on in there, darling. So it's about a love that overcomes all the obstacles and challenges. Hang on in there, I'm coming back, I'm on my way back to you. And it's by Johnny Wilson. Hang on in there, baby. So that's the message from the masculines. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So this is definitely a time where the light workers, the earth angels, as I said in my post yesterday, the light workers, earth angels, the 144, they're all being activated to be ready at this exact moment. You have asked to be part of this mission on earth right at this time. You wanted to be here for this because you know how special it's going to be when Gaia's moving into the 5D and we're all going there. We're going for this beautiful new earth energy. You asked to be part of this mission, and God said, okay, you go. You think you can handle this mission, you go. And you were chosen for that reason, because you volunteered, because you wanted to be part of this mission. You've been training for this particular time, this particular lifetime, for lifetimes. Let's see, got a few more cards and I'm going to get some energy through the twin flame connection. Yeah, now this card comes out a lot. It's important to release what no longer serves you. Do everything with love though. Release the things that no longer serve you with love. Release the people that hold you back with love. Release the toxic situations that you've been dealing with love. Do everything with love in your heart, first and foremost. And it's important just to let it, because it's happening for you and not to you, and that is a very, very true expression. And there's the star mothers now. I've been recording a lot of healing sessions as well from motherly energy, and as I said, I had a beautiful divine mother with me last night. So there's definitely this beautiful energy coming through, but this is also about how do you need to mother yourself more. And it's so important. I still do that as a common practice whenever I feel my inner child needs a wee bit more support. And the best way to do it is do your own meditation where you go back and visit yourself in time. However you like to do that, in a time machine, get in a DeLorean, I don't care how you do it, but go back in time to a point in your childhood that was significant to you, that made you sad, made you feel rejected, made you feel abandoned, made you feel not seen by other people around you. Go back to that point in time that sticks in your mind, that was painful for you. And go back as the adult you are now and hug your inner child and tell them everything's going to work out for you. Right now it seems like this is not a nice time for you, and this is making you really sad and lonely, and you feel in despair. But just trust me, I'm telling you, things are going to get better. Things will improve for you, and I'm here to guide you. I'm here to give you love and support. You can get through this. And it's amazing how when you do that, your inner child just feels calm and peace. It's so important. You know, it's so important that you reach your inner child and bring calm and stability to them, because that is your soul. And when you give your soul that love and understanding, you feel an immediate sense of calm come over you. Okay, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. It is happening. This is the closest it's been to happening ever. It's happening. I mean, there's been attempts at it over lifetimes, like long time ago. There was lots of opportunities where heaven was on earth. Lemuria was one of the times, and for many who remember Lemuria, they'll remember it was heavenly. And for those of us who have strong connections to Lemuria, it makes us emotional because we remember what a beautiful time it was. There was no division, there was no anger, there was no conflict. There was only love between ourselves, between the tribes of Lemuria, but also with all of nature. It was that Christ consciousness. There was no killing of animals. There was no division between nature, between humans. It was harmonious, and it makes me feel emotional when I think about it, because when I think about this is what the world should be. This is the way the world should be, where people just wake up in the morning and smile just because they're so glad to be alive. Because it is such a privilege to be given a body and to be given a chance to walk the earth. That is a privilege. And that in itself should make us smile and be thankful for everything. Yeah. Where are you being called to journey to, Rama? So I always, when I get this card, it makes me think that you could be being asked to revisit past lives, you know, to get some sort of Akashic reading done, or to use your own meditation practice to go into your own Akashic records. So I do always feel when that comes through, they're saying it's time to journey back into the past and figure out who you are and what your journey is here forward in the future. But also, I feel that's for my light workers who are going to be travelling and working on ley lines and things. I mean, that's what the Lemurians did. They placed crystals in all the grids for this particular time. That's why the Lemurian, anyone who has Lemurian connections, we're all being activated, because this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to reconnect with the crystals that was planted in the ley lines and in the grids all over Earth. So the Lemurians purposely placed crystal grids in different locations so that at times when they activated their Lemurian ancestors, the Lemurian family, we would be able to bring healing and use our high vibrational frequencies to activate the grids. So let's see. You're already doing it. Yeah, so this again is just a reminder. There's nothing in particular. When you are a high vibrational being, all you have to do is be happy. Find joy in every single moment. Now, I know many of you will be going, that's not possible. It's not possible, of course, but you need to at least try. You need to at least try and find the joy in everything you do. Doesn't matter what it is, where it's cooking, looking after your kids, walking your dog, you know, whatever you do. And if you're not finding joy in what you're doing, then you're not doing things right. You're in the wrong job, you're with the wrong people. That's basically it. Because if you are feeling happy about all the choices and happy in your life, then it means that you've done everything right. You've left behind the toxic people, you've left behind the toxic job, the toxic situations, and then you've got nothing to feel bad about anymore. You're just feeling good about everything you've achieved and proud of yourself for making it to this point where you feel content and happy. If you're not feeling content and happy, it's because you haven't either healed something, you haven't closed out a karmic cycle, something like that. Because you're already doing it as a card of just being high vibe. Just being high vibe, that's it. All a starseed has to do is feel happiness to send out a healing frequency. And if you're not happy, it means it's something to do with your external reality that's making you unhappy. And listen, we all have our moments where we're still human. I'm not happy all day long. But when I do start to have any negative feelings or anything like that, I alchemize it. I change up my energy. If something, if something has bothered me and I get a bit annoyed about it, I'll face it. I'll let it come out and say, why am I annoyed here? Why am I so angry about this? Let's deal with it. And it's important that you alchemize your emotions, but let your negative emotions out as well. So, as I say, just when you're sitting in a high vibrational energy, it means you're just finding joy in any moment you can. Just in the joy of being alive. One of another lovely Australian sister, not the one I spoke about last night, another lovely Australian soul sister, she actually says she thanks God every day just for having the opportunity to touch and cuddle and, to have physical touch and be able to use her body for beautiful moments like hugging her children and hugging her fur babies and things. And that is so true. That is just something that should make you happy. Just the fact you're alive. And you have this opportunity. Because as I said before, people in spirit, that's the one thing they all get me to pass on to their loved ones. I miss hugging you. I miss just touching your face. I miss giving you a kiss and hug. Good night. That's in something, as much as spirit is free and happy, they miss having a physical body. So make the most of the time you have in your physical body. Okay, let's get on to the twin flame journey. Give me one more from here, please. One more from here, just to make it a nice even 8. We'll go for the number 8 tonight. Okay. So, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So this is just saying it's a time to focus on self. If you feel tired, rest. Don't push through it. If you have the opportunity, I mean, it's different if you're sitting on a bus or a train or you're in the middle of an office or something. Probably not a good idea just to put your head in the desk and sleep, unless you want to lose your job. But it's definitely a time to rest as much as you can. When you have the opportunity, rest. If you need a long lie, don't. I mean, I used to think if I had a lie in the morning, I was being lazy, because that's what we're brought up to think. You know, I would be told, you know, oh, get out your bed, you're just being lazy, just up out. Like, this is when I was younger, I mean, before I had kids. But, you know, I used to get told that I was lazy if I tried to lie in when I was younger. Get up and be productive and get most of the day. Only lazy people miss the day. You know, so I used to always feel guilty if I had a lie in, but not now. If I can get back to sleep, oh, I will. If I can go back for another little snooze, and I sometimes have a little snooze in this very chair right here. The kids think I'm meditating. I'm actually having a nap. Heartbreak. Okay. That's could be why this person is saying hang on in there, baby. Healthier choices. Okay. And give me one more card for this energy coming through. Ascending. Okay. Okay. So now I'm actually picking up more here on the word breakup and the words missing you on this card. So you chose to walk away from this person. Oh my goodness, my throat chakra's already going. Now this person's at breaking point, which means this person feel that's, I think, why my throat chakra's going, because this person knows they have to speak. It reminds me of an episode of Ross where his inner dialogue, and he just kept on saying, say something, Ross, even if it's stupid, even if it doesn't sound good, say something. You have to say something. And his inner dialogue kept on saying, it doesn't matter what you say, it's important, you have to, this is a time to speak, to find your voice. And that's what I'm kind of picking up here with this masculine. This masculine saying, I'm at breaking point because I know I have to speak. Hang on in there, baby. You know there's true love between us, but this person has really struggled with finding their voice, finding a way to communicate with you. But they are ascending. They are learning, they're growing, they're evolving, and the healthier choices. So self-love, self-care. And that's what this card is all about. So let's see. Tell me a bit more about this twin flame connection coming through here. Okay, insane chemistry, sparks flying, equal interest, burning desire. Now, I did say at the start I felt like the masculines were trying to temper their passions a bit because they now feel it. I told you, you are sending out some sort of signal, like a bat signal in the sky. If it was just a big feminine symbol, a big Venus symbol in the sky saying, you know, I'm healed, I'm ready, welcome back into my world, that kind of thing. You're sending out this very passionate signal to the masculines right now, but that sensual energy is coming through as well. I just feel the masculines are very motivated now, not so much by the asexual desire, but by the sensual love and intimacy of your connection. Going through changes. The runner. They're going through changes. They're learning something here. So, the partying card, time with friends, having fun, being happily single, and living life in the present moment. Oh, there was a song that came through. There was something about that. Oh, which song was it now? There's a song about let's live in the moment. I can't remember what song I heard this morning. I don't even know if I wrote it down. There's another song came through this morning. I just remembered. Hold me now, oh, hold my hand, stay with me, let the loving start. So I feel a lot of the masculines, they're just wanting to hold you, they want to embrace you. I can't remember that song I heard about living in the moment, about being in the moment. I'll need to maybe write it in the comments if I remember later. I hate when that happens. I hear a song and I can't remember it. But yeah, I feel this person could have in the past chosen to be single, could have wanted to have the single life, could have wanted to have the opportunity to meet more people. This could have been someone who had been previously in a partnership or a relationship. Yeah, oh yeah, because look what came out here. The snake and not enough. Self-sabotage, ego and fear, lacking confidence. So there could have been something about this person here. I'm feeling they hadn't really evolved from a previous relationship. So what I mean by that is they'd never learned anything from it. They never took the lessons that they're supposed to be learned from a previous relationship. They may have repeated the cycle with that person, because I'm feeling this is someone who had to learn some sort of lesson here. They had to learn, I'm just feeling that they had to learn the hard way. They didn't evolve the first time that they went through it, so they had to go back and do it all again. And it could have been when you met them, this person could have ran from the connection they had with you, this insane chemistry and passion, and they could have had to go through another karmic cycle here. Okay, now look at this. Seeing love from a whole new perspective. Whatever cycle this person repeated here, it changed them. It changed their perspective on love. Tell me more about this runner energy here. Okay, love call. This person has definitely, because the not today card's on the bottom here, and the talking card's right behind that. So this person has avoided this conversation for some time. And I think it's just because this person has a fear of being vulnerable. But it's definitely to do with there was, you know, I'm trying to think of the nicest way to put this. If your person had been in a toxic relationship with someone, they may have just carried that toxicity with them into another situation with you, for example. So your person hadn't really dealt with the toxicity in a previous situation, or hadn't dealt with the heartbreak of a previous situation. They just carried all that pain and heartbreak and toxicity into a connection with you. So this person may have had to repeat a cycle or get hurt again, or, you know, go back to a situation to fully understand the depth of their love for you. So mirrored energy. So you and this person, I mean, all twin flames are mirrors of each other. Your masculine literally holds up the mirror that makes you want to go, I don't want to see that about myself. Keep that away. Anything that you avoid dealing with, any insecurities, fears, anything at all about yourself that you try not to face, your shadow. When your masculine is your shadow side. Your physical masculine is the physical manifestation of your inner masculine, your shadow side. And they literally hold a mirror up to you, and they trigger you. They'll make you feel sad, they make you feel bad, they make you feel rejected. All these things. They will never lay a hand on you. They will never hurt you physically. They will never steal from you. They will never rob you. They will never send their karmics after you. They will never send hitmen after you. All these things. I mean, I see so many things on. Anyway, I used to buy into that stuff. Scarily, I used to buy into that stuff. But actually, that's just people who are trying to. The more people put those negative thoughts in your mind about your masculine, the more you send those negative thoughts to your masculine, and it just keeps on repeating the toxic cycle with you and your masculine. Hence why it can put you in these stuck situations, those hanged man situations for years and years and years, because you're watching these toxic readers who they don't even give you the, I'm not saying the readers are toxic people, but the messages they're bringing through, they are not high vibrational messages. You know, oh, the karmics have done this, the karmics have got together with all their friends. And I mean, in many cases, a lot of the karmics are sending negativity. But you got to remember, the karmics have a karmic contract with you and your masculine as well. So they're all part of this little, it's like a role play. You've all signed up for this. You've all decided to do this together. And you're all supposed to learn a lesson from it. So just remember that the karmics are there to teach something as well, and they're there to also learn from you and your masculine. Sadly, some of them don't take the lessons on board and they keep going, you know, because they're not, and that's when divine intervention has to happen. You know, they can be like, you know, like the dog when you're playing with the dog's chew toy and they refuse, and you can literally pick the dog up off the ground and they're still dangling off the toy. That can be the karmics at times. And that's when eventually divine have to go, okay, we have to step in here because there's no change, there's nothing, it's just stuck. So you and your person were supposed to both be learning something here. One about maybe avoiding their emotions, and one about self-sabotage, something like that. Yeah, just as I say that, the hammer card came out. So yeah, it's, but the hammer energy is actually tower energy as well. And you got the crumbling card. Something had to fall away here. Something had to completely fall apart to be rebuilt, even stronger than before. So this person is definitely getting ready to have some sort of conversation or some sort of meet up with you. The camera. So it says, making new memories, learning from the past, having a new perception, and reminiscing about the good times and the wedding rings. So this person definitely feels a strong soul connection to you now, this everlasting bond. I just feel they're saying hang on in there, baby. I'm getting kind of Knight of Pentacles energy. Someone who's, yeah, I felt that. This person's going to ask to meet up with you. Being more playful. Being ready to express something to you here. They're going to tell you that they've been through a lot. They've dealt with their shadow. I feel you accepted the situation for what it is, and when you did that, it changed something dramatically with you and your person. I'm going to pull a few tarot, and then I'm going to get an oracle card. So let's see. I feel like you accepted the situation. You were kind of like that. Well, whatever will be. What time are we on? 38. Whatever will be, will be. You know, that kind of thing. If we're meant to be together, the divine will make it happen. If not, then, you know, I just have to accept that that's the way it is. And I feel that strong energy of acceptance, but your person, I do feel, wants to speak to you about the healing journey they've been on. I feel they've been dealing with a lot of darkness within themselves, which means that you had to experience a lot of that as well. Maybe there's a lot of toxic things in both of your pasts. So, oh, okay. Knight of Treasure, the Knight of Pentacles. What did I just say? Hang on in there, baby, because this person's taking a while. And I'm really sorry, last night I said the King of Wands and it should have been the King of Swords, because the King of Spears came out and I said the King of Wands, and it was after I ended the mission I went, no, the King of Spears is actually King of Swords, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, I just felt that. The Knight of Pentacles, I felt that. I saw the Knight of Pentacles in my third eye. So this person, that's why this person is telling you to hang on in there, because they've taken a while. Yeah, look. Capricorn energy. They've just allowed, now you saw the self-sabotage card, they allowed fear and insecurity because they've taken, instead of taking the lesson from their previous karmic situation, they carried all the baggage with them. They hadn't released something from the past. They hadn't learned from the past. Yeah. See, Four of Cups. Well, it's no, it's not. Yeah, Four of Pails, Four of Cups. They turned away from love because they hadn't dealt with the pain of a previous situation. Yeah. And that's why almost like this person is like, nah, no way am I going for love. Not after what happened the last time. So, the Hermit. Yeah, taking time, that introspective energy, taking time to focus on themselves, going within, discovering their self-worth, facing their shadow. And the Four of Treasure. This is holding back. Refusing to give. So this person could have held back their love from you, held back communication, because it was their way of dealing with this. Like, you know, I would rather pretend like this situation doesn't exist, because that's what I feel like this person is just, with that Hermit, the Four of Pentacles, this is someone who, you know, fingers in the ears, la 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 la. If I put my fingers in my ears and say la la la, it's not happening, it's not real. The pain I'm feeling for this relationship falling apart isn't real. The fact that I love this person, it's not real. None of this is real. This is someone who was in denial, not willing to face the facts. Someone who had not been taking the time to heal before. So Capricorn, Virgo energy, and Capricorn, Virgo energy, and a little bit of Pisces. So let's see. What else wants to come through? What else wants to come out for this connection, please and thank you? Tell me what this person, they've taken a while, but tell me what their next actions are in the 3D. Please and thank you. Okay, Queen of Spears, so Queen of Swords. So now if you look at this feminine, she has her spear up right there. She is kind of guarded, but she's smart enough to know that if the divine is allowing this person to come back into her reality or his reality, then obviously the divine feels that this person is ready, because the Seven of Petals is here. So this person has definitely been weighing up their options. This person has been looking for ways, I feel, to reconnect with you. Because the Eight of Spears, yeah. And that's so funny, I felt on with the 8. There's definitely something about 8 coming through. I feel that. So you could be seeing a lot of 8s. But also the 8 is just the infinity symbol, isn't it? So it could be something about, and yeah, because look, what's there? 8 of Wands, I only just realised that. I'm just clarifying that. Yeah, 8 of Coral, 8 of Wands. I had to count the number of little coral symbols there, because my eyes don't really see the writing because it's so light. But yeah, 8s are significant. Some sort of sudden movement, sudden change. It's like, you know, the wheels spinning in the mud and then somebody pushes a truck and it just suddenly shoots away out the mud like really, really fast, like woo, and mud sprays everywhere. That's kind of what I feel. Something that's been stuck in the mud is now about to move very, very quickly. Hang on in there. Nine of Spears. So just that Nine of Swords energy. Somebody who feels a lot of sadness and resentment and guilt. This is someone who's, I feel, tortured by their choices, tortured by the mistakes they made, tortured by the things they said to you. Right, tell me, so this Eight of Wands, fast movement forward, Queen of Petals, so Queen of Cups energy. They see your love, they see your light, they see how gracious you are. So this is someone who's making a choice now to connect with the one they love. Let me see. Or the Queen of Swords could have been someone that they went back to. Somebody that was an option for them. That's what I just felt there when I looked at the cards. So this person could have went back to a Queen of Swords who had them kind of trapped in their head from their previous relationship. See this Eight of Swords? Yeah. And the Eight of Wands is a sudden change, sudden movement forward. So this person could be leaving behind a Queen of Swords. She doesn't have to be an air sign. It just means that she was very, you know, abrupt, cold, maybe towards him. So, Six of Petals. So, yeah, this person can't move on from the memory of you. They can't move on from the memory of you. And the Knight of Coral, or is that the Knight of Spears? No, it's the Knight of Coral. So, Knight of Wands energy. This person can't move on from the memory of you. Let's see, why can't this person move on? I think it's pretty obvious to me, but I want to just get a confirmation. There's true love between us, girl. There's true love between us, girl. Five of Petals. They can't move on from you because they can't believe they lost you. Yeah, and look, I was feeling that stuck energy. And the Two of Petals. But also, this Hanged Man tells me this person is seeing this love from a whole new perspective. I just feel this person going, I can't believe I lost you. There's true love between us, girl. This is, you know, I can't believe I lost the one I love. The Three of Corals. This is someone who wants to take the lead here. Six of Treasure, and give equally to this connection. Tell me what the Divine Feminine's feelings are around this right now. Tell me what the Divine Feminine's feeling right now. Oh, Justice. You feel like you are deserving here of the scales being balanced. You feel like you deserve justice here in this connection. You feel like the scales have been out of balance for a while. You just want balance. You want harmony. Okay. Give me another couple of cards here for this masculine's next move. Oh, and the Emperor. And Judgment on the bottom. So this is awakening. This is making a decision. This is like taking charge. And this is almost like, and I love how all the other merfolk are gathering around this person blowing the conch shell here, like Archangel Gabriel blows the horn. This is someone who's finally made some sort of decision and they're sticking to it. I'm hearing, and they're sticking to it. Yeah. An end to preparation and preparing, an end to at the crossroads. I'm coming after what really matters to me now. Hang on in there, baby. I'm coming. I'm coming. The Lovers just jumped out. I'm coming. And it's like the deck on the Ace of Wands. So you could be seeing a lot of the Ace of Wands in your mind's eye. Whoever this is for. You could know this divine timing is coming around here. Yeah. Three of Cups and the Three of Cups and the Ace of Spears. Three of Petals and the Ace of Spears. My goodness. So five of Spears and the King of Spears. So this person definitely sabotaged this connection, despite the fact you were their absolute wish fulfillment here with the Star. Okay, let's split the deck one more time. And the King of Wands, the King of Coral. So we really have got, we've got the King of Spears here. So they're coming in here with communication, honest communication, but very, very passionate energy as well. I mean, they're coming in as the Emperor, so they're ready here for this journey with you. I do feel like this person has to tell you a lot about what they've gone through and why they were so... I think this person might say to you, when you come into my life, I was just not fully healed from a previous relationship. This, as I say, this person, yeah, see the Four of Spears, Four of Swords. This person had never taken the time to heal from a toxic relationship. They could have went back to a toxic situation because it felt safer. But because they had to redo, they had to I just feel they had to do the cycle over again. Yeah. 10 of Petals and Ace of Coral again. So there's a new beginning coming in here for you and this person. Tell me what this Divine Feminine is going to do when this masculine returns here. Tell me what this Divine Feminine will feel or do when this masculine returns. What is this Divine Feminine going to feel? Or so, what is that? 5 of Treasure. Oh, so you might be tempted to question this person to see if they are really ready or if they're going to abandon you again. You might want to question them on that. You might be reluctant to let them back into your life. The 10 of Wands. But I think you're going to see this person is genuinely sorry for the past. You might be a bit wary. Oh, but you're going to take a leap of faith anyway. You're going to take a leap of faith because this person is coming in vulnerable here with the Page of Petals. They're coming in vulnerable. So I feel whoever the Divine Feminine is of this connection, you're going to be a bit wary. You're going to hope that they're here for the long haul and not just coming in to leave again. But you're going to take a leap of faith. Tell me if this Divine Feminine takes a leap of faith, where this connection can go for the future. Please and thank you. Oh. Empress. This person could be about to make it official with you. They could be about to make it official with you. Eight of Spears. Just don't overthink it. The Divine's just saying don't overthink it, because as I said, if this person has come back into your life, it's because they're ready. It's because they're ready here. The Hermit, they've had time to reflect, and look, the Four of Coral, Four of Wands. They're ready. They're ready for this connection. They're ready to reconnect with you. And the Divine's just saying don't overthink it. Just, yeah, it's going to be scary. You're going to be scared. They're going to, you know, leave you burdened and heartbroken again. But the Divine's saying it's okay, because this person is ready. They are aligned and ready now. So I'm getting a quick message here. Can I get one more message from, in fact, I'll hold it up here because I like when we choose it on camera together, because I don't know what I'm getting and it's always a nice surprise. Excuse me. Burp of confirmation again. Can I get a card, please, to close out this beautiful message for the Twin Flame Collective? Which message would you like me to read to the collective? Just have to have a little feel through the cards and see which one they want. Okay. Which one? Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Stop. Okay. Create some space. Look at the colours on that card. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Holiest Temple. So let's see what this one is. Create some space. Create some space. There's no numbers on this, so I'm just hoping I can find create some space. Let's see. Okay, must be. Sorry about this. There we go. Create some space. Here we go. I'm going to change glasses on my other reading glasses. Okay. Many mystical texts suggest that grace fills the spaces we're courageous enough to leave empty. How are you being called to make more space in your life? How can you create more room to breathe? How can you allow more space in your life? What would happen if you resisted the need to busy yourself or to be certain and instead, just for a moment, stopped and took a breath? This card is encouraging you to take it easy and rest in the unknown mystery that's waiting for you. To be silently pulled towards your becoming. Life is a co-creative journey, but in order for that creation to happen, we must enter into a collaborative relationship with the mystery of life itself. Maybe you've been in an overdrive for a while. Maybe you prefer it when you're in control, or perhaps you've just been doing the same thing time and time again. And are you feeling a little bored? How can you create more space in your life to both dream into the future and let life surprise you a little? What if by creating some space you were to find an unexpected blessing or the future fulfillment of a dream waiting for you there? All of life begins in the metaphors and actual fertile void of the womb. When something ends, whether that be a relationship, a job, a TV show, or a conversation with a friend, many feel the need to fill the space with something else. But if we find a way to honour the endings, to gather the courage to be in between what was and what will be, something incredible and beautiful can be born into your life. So I definitely feel that this person, maybe this masculine is someone who they came straight out of a toxic relationship and looked for someone to fill the void, and you might have been that someone and this person just hadn't healed yet, or vice versa. Maybe you are someone who came straight out of a toxic relationship and met your twin flame or something like that. But either way, I'm feeling there's an energy coming through here just to say somebody had to take time to heal and just allow the space in between something ending and something beginning, because that space is so important, that breathing space where you can both heal, you can both evolve, and you can both learn something. You can both learn something about yourselves in that hermit energy. So thank you all for watching, and wow, 57. Wow. Okay, so let's close out in prayer, sending love and blessings to all of you. God bless your home, your family, and your pets if you have them. And excuse me, throat chakra, definitely conversation coming up for someone here. Okay. Dearest everlasting Father, thank you for this time we spent together today, and thank you for all you do for us as we all move on with our day or night wherever we are in the world. Would you go ahead of us, dwell within us, shine through us, blessing all those who cross our path. God of hope, would you fill us to overflowing today with all joy and peace by the power of your Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. Take care everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.